I'll take things that I lose constantly for 500, Alex. What is lip balm? That's correct. I was gonna guess the cushion on ear pods. Oh, lordy howdy. I don't have, like, you're talking, hang on. So you're talking about these things, right? These boys? Yeah. These end up getting popped out and lost every now and then too. And of course, these little black nibs, they just disappear into the sea that is the floor. And you're like, oh God. And of course, you never notice immediately. It's not like you take them out and notice that it popped off or anything like that, or like you pulled it off the desk or something like that. No, you only ever notice when you're going to put them in for the first time that day, and then you just scratch the inside of your ear with the edge of it, and you're like, ah, and you look and you're like, where'd my nib go? Oh no, please be obvious. Because you know, like they include the multiple sizes, right? So you can find the size that's right for you, and you do find the size that's right for you. But the unfortunate thing is that if you ever lose that one, there's not another one to replace it. You'd have to grab a different size. That's just not what we want to do. Anyway, greetings and salutations, everybody. My name is Michael Schwan. Today is Friday, April 28th, 2023. Normally on Fridays is Power Couple with Athena Latina, but that is not happening today. That is going to happen on Sunday. Sunday is our normal production day. These streams got flipped. Sunday, Athena had some stuff that she was doing today. She actually just got back, but it's too late to like try and set up Power Couple or anything like that. She needs to eat. She needs to go like decompress from the activity. And so with that said, we swapped the days and everything. Cerulean! Hello, Cerulean. Welcome in. So yeah, we're going to do production day today. We're going to do a few things today. One, I'm going to do my nails because I like to have my nails did when we record these videos. And we got two different types of content on the docket today. We got our reactions. The stuff that we're going to react to is Age of Wonders 4, Neuronet, Mendax Proxy, Cook Serve Forever, Ravenlock, Darkest Dungeon 2, and Kaku Agent Seal. And then we're also going to do, we're gonna try this live. But as I was prepping for it before the stream, this video I think would be much, much better if I didn't try to do it live. But I'm a stubborn asshole that likes to do things live, so we're gonna try and do it live anyway. I need to start up Stream Raiders. What is this? What is this from? This is Solstice. What do I need to do? I need to kill support units. By kill support units, you mean scurry out and grab the cards? Alright, play these units, everybody. Alright, then. Alright. So I can actually leave that up, and we're going to go to this screen. And I'm going to take this. Anyway. And angle it in such a way to maybe stare a little less at, to maybe make it a little bit less of a crotch cam. Aha! All right. A little bit less. All right. And then we're going to hang out and do our nails for a minute, and then we'll actually start with the other stuff. So, Eve, how is it off in the other land across the pond? How fares it in the fine Norway? I'm going to assume... Yeah, that's going to be fine. Question is, am I going to need a file? Because I did not grab one, of course. Alright, we'll get the sizes that we need first. I assume these are zeros and ones up here. Yeah. These are good size. Actually big enough for my thumbs. Let's see how they break off. Oh, they break off nice and clean. It could technically go for like just a 1 run on the file, but not actually required. We had one 60 degrees Fahrenheit day yesterday, and a few days before that, it was snowing. Sounds like you have had the exact same weather we have had. It was snowing like 4 days ago, I think. And then it rained yesterday, and it was like 55 degrees today. Fahrenheit, of course. Freedom temperatures. Other than that, it's going quite fine. That's good. Glad to hear it. You know, I definitely think that the United States should get over itself and switch to metric for distance measurements. Centimeters, meters, kilometers. Way more sense, in my opinion, right? Way better measurement. I assume kilograms is also, like, an equally good form of measurement. I have not looked into it much myself, but I'm just going to assume that that is the case, that it is also a very good form of measurement. That said, I do not agree with using Celsius to measure general temperatures outside. I think that Fahrenheit is a much better temperature indicator over Celsius. One, there's a big difference. Like, what is it? It's like 70 degrees. 100 is boiling is nice. 0 is freeze. Is easy enough. That's great for science. That's not like it's never like that's not useful for you out. Like, do I need to put on a jacket outside? Also, if you think like, what is it? What is 70 degrees Fahrenheit to Celsius? It's like 21 degrees Celsius, right? And like 22 degrees Celsius is like 74, 75 degrees Fahrenheit. There's a huge difference between 72 and 75, right? Hell, there's a difference when you set the temperature inside the house between 72 and 73. That could be the difference between the house feeling comfortable and the house being uncomfortable. Also, when it comes to Fahrenheit, the Fahrenheit scale is based off of what is habitable temperatures for humans to exist in, right? I needed to see the number that was under this. And that's the 0 to 100. If it is lower than 0 or higher than 100, that is not a good temperature for humans to try to survive in. And sure, like 32 degrees being when water freezes is a little bit awkward, and I'm not going to argue against that. But a scale based on human tolerances rather than a scientific scale, I think is way more useful in the everyday. I can't read these for shit. That does not fit nearly as comfortably. This one does, though. But did this one fit comfortably? Well, I guess it is a little small. Fits a bit better on that one. Let me see if there's a better one for this finger. That's too big. But those units of measurements, though, America needs to get over its damn self. Pounds and inches are stupid. $5,218. Is it 18 or 81? See, here's the problem. I don't even remember how many feet equals a mile because of how stupid that measurement is. My brain is swapping the numbers. Is it 18 or 81? You're going to be like, lol, you're wrong. It's 5,824. I know that's wrong. I don't feel like there's a major difference personally between the temperature systems or between, I'm just going to say Fahrenheit numbers, 70 and 75. Because personally, I find there to be a huge difference. Higher than 57, you don't need a jacket. T-shirt is enough. Below that, a jacket down to 41, you need a bigger jacket down to 23. Are you talking Fahrenheit? Because there's no fucking way you're talking about Celsius, right? Okay, I was going to be like, wait, hold on. 57 degrees Celsius is really fucking hot. Yeah, you damn right you don't need a jacket. Like, you might need a heat jacket. You might need one of those suits that they wear next to volcanoes. Like... I did the conversion for you. Thanks, because initially I tried to think that you weren't, and my brain broke for a second. I was like, holy shit, Eve. I know that you got also extreme temperatures in Norway, but what the fuck? Like, I have concerns and questions. Oh, good golly. Oh, Lord. Wait, where's the other one that is this same size? Which one did I not take for a finger? Wouldn't you like to know? Aww. So these are the thumbs. Oh, it's probably you. Yeah. Gotta double check these. So that's thumb. Yeah, that's comfy. Index finger. Yeah, that's good. Middle finger. Bet this one's better. Yeah, this one is better. On this side, middle finger. I mean index finger. That's actually a little small. Is this one any better? Yeah, that's better. And then this should fit just fine on here. What size are these? That's a 3. So this should be a 4. Yeah. And then this is probably a 5. Yep. And then this is also probably a 5. Yes. It's usually how I dress depending on the weather and those ranges. Yeah, that's probably about where I'm at too. I probably start giving up, like, I definitely start giving up jackets at 60 for certain. I often will forego one at 50. Below 50, I'll normally grab a light jacket. If it's below 40, a light jacket still might suffice, but maybe like just like a regular jacket. And then 30 or lower, I will, well, 30 I'll still use a regular jacket. 20 is when I start grabbing a heavier jacket for like actual proper winter wear. And if it's below 0, I don't want to go outside. If it's below 0, I'm like, fuck that. I didn't sign up for that shit. Some of these, like the pinky, is always a hard one to size. That's actually pretty good right there. Highest we've had that you know of is like 40 degrees Celsius, like 104. I don't know what the highest recorded temperature in Alaska is, but it was in 2018 on July 4th. We had 100 degrees Fahrenheit. And I was pissed. Like, I was so mad. I was unhappy. I also know someone who wears winter jackets even in 6 degrees Fahrenheit. I know people like that too, but they generally live in warmer areas than what we live in. Temperature doesn't really matter to me. It's mostly about how windy it is. I prefer there to be no wind. But I also grew up in Oklahoma where, like, they have some of the highest recorded wind speeds on Earth thanks to tornadoes. Like, one of the highest recorded wind speeds was in Oklahoma City at, like, 316 or some miles per hour because of tornadoes. And I laughed really hard when I got to a coast. And they're like, oh, man, we're having a tropical storm. And I'm like, oh, really? What does it take for something to be a tropical storm? So for a storm to be listed as a tropical storm, you need water, you need precipitation, and you need and you need wind speeds that exceed 44 miles per hour. I was like, 44? That's it? 44 miles per hour? You're fucking joking. It's like, because 44 miles per hour was like a normal fucking day in Oklahoma. Like, that's just Tuesday is 44 mile per hour breezes. And a hurricane is, again, like, obviously hurricanes are very indicative by their big giant vortexes, right? But on top of that, a hurricane also requires winds to get past like 88 miles per hour or something like that. It's 44 for tropical storms and 88 for hurricanes. And I was like, 88, that's just a windy day. Like, that's just a regular ass windy day in Oklahoma. Because in Oklahoma, you can literally do the thing where you hold onto the bottom of your jacket, open your hands, and just try to fall over, and the wind will blow you back the other way. And you're like, that's cool. That's cool. I love this for us. It was always obnoxiously windy in Oklahoma. And I don't care what people say. If you don't enjoy a type of weather, if you don't enjoy wind, you never acclimate to it. Like, you never get used to it. You don't Stockholm syndrome yourself into enjoying wind somehow. If you don't like the cold, if you don't sit well with the cold, you never acclimate to the cold. If you don't like the heat, you never acclimate to the heat. It's just always awful. It always feels garbage bad. Like, it's just always uncomfortable. The people that are like, oh, you'll get used to it. I'm like, maybe if I didn't absolutely hate it. I could be comfortable in a winter jacket, 30 degrees Fahrenheit, depending on the strength, direction, the wind. Oh, yeah. Wind makes cold worse, though. Because it cuts through your clothing. And because of the way, like, thermophysics work, or whatever word I'm wanting, thermodynamics, and the cold pulls the heat off of you, like, it makes... Wind at 100 degrees Fahrenheit is way easier to deal with than wind at 30 degrees Fahrenheit, because wind is fucking cold. That shit sucks. Yeah, but near water, wind is not awesome. I mean, we're actually kind of thankful to be near water here in Anchorage. It helps keeps us warmer, but that's because of our geographic location. Because, like, if we didn't have water and a bit of wind, we'd be Fairbanks. Blech. Sounds awful. Athena's like, yeah, that's why we don't live there. Because it's awful. Because we don't hate ourselves. Wind chill is a real thing. I saw that. There was a comedian that I saw on TikTok the other day. It was like, you know, what was his phrase? He was like, you know what? Where was he? He was in Detroit or somewhere around like the upper northeast area. He goes, here's something I don't understand about weather reports, right? Because I walked outside yesterday and it was 20 degrees. And I was like, that's kind of cold. And then I walked out today and it was 40 degrees. And it felt so much colder. And I didn't understand. And then I looked at the weather report and they were like, oh yeah, 40 degrees feels like 18. And I was like, well, if it feels like 18, why don't we just fucking call it 18? I care about what it feels like, man. I care about what I need to wear when I go out there. Not what your thermostat necessarily says. Yes, but we still operate on the idea that everyone that lives inside New York City is also a farmer. Because for like crops and stuff, the actual temperature is important. Which fingers am I missing? These 4. These are really nice little tabbies. Like, these tabbies are always cheap. These little adhesive tabs. But there are definitely some that are just, like, way cheaper than the others. Of like, aha! You spent 1/100th of a cent instead of 1/50th of a cent. And it shows. Like... Fairbanks is in a glacial armpit. You know, I hate how literal that is. Because, like, that's just true. Like, it is just a glacial armpit, and that's awful. I don't like that. I want a refund on that. Oh, that is as far as that arm goes. Hey. Phone, why are you like this? It's like, because fuck you, that's why. Alright, that makes sense. Refund from who? Russia? Probably China. It's a cheap arm. It's technically a mic boom that the cameras are mounted on. I just bought the little adapters that change the big screw tops change them into camera screws. Oh, I meant Fairbanks. Russia ain't got no money. Also, Alaska is way too significant of a tactically advantageous place that America would ever be willing to let us go anywhere for, like, any amount of money. Especially if the current world trend keeps up in the next 10 years or so. It's expected in like 10 years that there will be a permanently open travel channel across the North Sea, the Arctic Sea, because at that point the world will have heated up enough because of global warming and resulting in enough climate change that the Arctic ice will never fully refill in the Arctic. So you'll be able to ship things through that northern channel that we normally can't use. And you want to know what's on on one side of that channel? Alaska. And it's expected that Alaska will be very significant to America in terms of an economic port hub. We already are. We're already one of the largest shipping ports in the world. And it'll explode even larger because now that'll be one of the easiest ways to get certain products from, well, like Norway and just other parts of the EU to parts of Eastern Asia and Western America. Hey, maybe shipping becomes easier for you? That part of the shipping channel is pretty dangerous, though. Yeah, but people will do it for money, Athena. People will be like, oh, yeah, it's dangerous, but we save, $300,000 in fuel by going that way instead of, down and around or whatever. Shipping has actually gotten a lot easier for us in the last, 5 years or so. It can still be expensive depending on the item, but I think that's just true in general. But Amazon, I think it was actually 13 years ago, bought a huge chunk of space at our airport. And they use Anchorage now as it's not literally a distribution warehouse the way that they have in areas in Texas and stuff, but it's kind of like a holdover zone, and they just keep a shitload of their products at their hub here And on the idea that it is going to end up being shipped somewhere else. It's like a holdover spot. It's like a convenience store, but for warehouses. Yeah, but hopefully, while it is unfortunate the reason for that, that will be good for Alaska if that ends up happening economically. Which Alaska economically isn't doing the best because when the oil crashed, a bunch of the oil companies left and they didn't come back. And unfortunately, Alaska as like a state was leaning a little too hard on oil tax revenue. They were, and by a little too hard, I mean it was like 90% of our state's budget and income and stuff was based on oil. And when the companies left, a whole bunch of our tradesmen left. So we also had like a partial skill drain as a whole bunch of skilled workers just exodused from the state to go work in like Oklahoma. Because they're still doing oil stuff in Oklahoma. Yeah, oof is right, Eve. I mean, we don't have sales tax. And we also don't have state income tax, which is like really nice for, you know, the citizen. But when it comes to like funding the government and the government programs, Anchorage doesn't have sales tax, other areas do. Right, but like the sales tax that's out in the valley, like the Palmer and the Wasilla area, that is a sales tax from the municipality. That is a municipal sales tax. That is not a state sales tax. That is how the cities themselves fund their local governments. Whereas I think Anchorage is almost entirely funded off of property tax and property tax. Like, I think it's just property taxes. I'm not sure what else like our aggressive police with their ticketing system. I'm not sure what else funds the city beyond property taxes and fines. $25 parking fines, and you go more than 6 miles over the speed limit and they're going to fine you $180. We have liquor taxes too. That is correct. We have very aggressive sin taxes. It's like 50% or something nutso. That's one of the things that just amazed the hell out of me when I first moved up here. So I don't smoke cigarettes, but my mom does. And my mom has smoked cigarettes, we'll just say all of her life. Certainly all of mine. But I believe she started smoking when she was like 14. Because, you know, she grew up in the 60s and 70s. So, you know, nobody cared back then. And when I first moved up here, my mom was like, hey, I know you're going to go play cards or whatever. On your way back, can you grab me a pack of cigarettes? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I remember driving around and I saw on a gas station sign that it said buy 2 for $8.65 each. And I was like, and I read it and I was like, oh, okay, that's not too bad. That's like $4.50 a pack. And then I read it again and I was like, hold on. That doesn't say buy 2 for $8.65. That says buy 2 at $8.65 each. That's a $9 pack of cigarettes. And then I went in to go get my mom a pack of cigarettes, and the cigarettes she wanted were like $10.50 for one pack. And I was like, oh. For comparison, when we lived in Oklahoma, that same pack of cigarettes was like $3. Like $3 on sale for $2.50. And it was almost 10 up here. And I was like, holy crap. And then I learned about the syntax that we have up here. And I was like, well, that makes a lot of sense. That generates a decent amount too. Because boy, howdy, does this state drink a lot. And Wasilla has a sin ban? Really? So, like, the brown jugs and stuff out there closed? No locations of ill repute. That sounds strange. But yeah. Alaska could definitely go for some more income sources on a state level. I mean, like, no strip clubs. Ah, okay. They'll let you drink and smoke your ass off, but none of that there sinning of the flesh. You can smoke, drink, and beat your wife, but heaven forbid you go look at some titties. Fucking mindsets of some people are wild, man. I'm like, I don't know how you logic jumped this one. One aerial acrobat got run out of town because they said it was sinful. You mean like with the ribbons? I guarantee you that these same people, their favorite sport is fucking women's volleyball and gymnastics. 1 minute left in the battle, everybody. If you want to place your units, right now it is me and Green Arrow. There's a whopping 2 of us. She had a natural grocery and in the back with people to do acrobatics. See, that's where she went wrong. Should have done acrobatics in the front and had the natural grocery in the back. And, you know, been like, yeah, I'm just a gymnastics teacher, you know? And then gymnastics instead of acrobatics. And then, you know, when you're teaching your students, you'd be like, hey, you want some healthy food? I got some broccoli in the back. All right. Just in time to run the battle. Here they are. They're much more red. They're a much darker red in person than they look on camera. But these webcams, when it comes to like color accuracy, they fucking suck. Like they're a deep red wine color, but they definitely look like a soft red on the screen. It made people uncomfortable because it was too sensual. Oh my god, this dancer is making me feel things. What do I do? People are ridiculous. All right, Green Arrow. It's just you and me, and me and you and you and me. Go, Hammy, go! Go, Hammy, go! Just ignore him. Just ignore him. There's another card up there. It can help you. Go get it, Hammy. Go get it, big boy. Green Arrow's dead. It's just you and the soldiers. I believe in you. Get him. Get him. All right, soldiers, help out our big golden ham. He needs you. He needs your help. He rallied the troops. He summoned the soldiers. He's running with them, his glorious knights. He's like, let me lead you to victory. I have freed you from your cardboard prisons, and we shall arise and take down the plastic fiends that have laid siege to our land for far too long. We shall trounce them beneath our paws, and then we shall roll our fluffy bodies across the land and celebrate with a big bowl of acorns. Good work, Hammy. 1 bomber going to Green Arrow. Back to the map. All right. Nails are done. Let's go ahead and start working on the stuff. Is this a ranged unit? Is the artillery a ranged unit? What level is this thing? It's level 1. Deals a whopping 8 damage. Rem smash. Like a Dragon, Yakuza 7 legit might just have some of the best fucking music in video games. Like, damn, is their soundtrack really good. And like, we've been playing through Persona 5, and like, Persona 5 has a really good soundtrack, right? But God, does Like a Dragon also just have a fire soundtrack. Did they win any awards? I don't know. Yakuza Like a Dragon. It's $15 on Steam right now. If anyone's seeing this and you haven't played Yakuza 7 Like a Dragon, you should absolutely spend the $15 to play it. It is worth it. Boy, is it worth it. All right, let's see if they actually won anything. They should have. Awards. Yakuza Like a Dragon was awarded Japan Game Awards Award for Excellence in the Future Division at the Tokyo Game Show. It was nominated in the Game Awards 2020 for Best RPG, but it lost to Final Fantasy VII Remake. And received a nomination for Ultimate Game of the Year at the Golden Joystick Awards, along with Role-Playing Game of the Year at the 24th Annual DICE Awards. What did it lose to at the Golden Joystick Awards? Ultimate Game of the Year? It lost to The Last of Us Part 2. Okay. Yakuza Like a Dragon was also awarded with a PlayStation Partner Awards Partner Award for achieving particularly noteworthy results. Other awards included Hilarious Humor at the Dreamies and Outstanding Game Franchise Role-Playing at the 2020 Navigator Awards, where it was also nominated in 7 other categories. You know, what else was nominated for Best Role-Playing Game in 2020? Best Role-Playing Game in 2020, the nominations were Final Fantasy VII Remake, Genshin Impact, Persona 5 Royal, Wasteland 3, and Yakuza Like a Dragon. So I am a really, really big role-playing game fan, right? I am also a really, really big Final Fantasy fan. Huge. Big fan of Square Enix in general. I love Final Fantasy VII Remake. But I don't know if I would actually say that it is a better role-playing game than either Persona 5 Royal or Yakuza Like a Dragon. Like, I wasn't really paying attention to the Game Awards in 2020, but man, do I bet there were some upset people at that award ceremony for that specific category. Like, I trying to pick, in general, Final Fantasy VII Remake, Persona 5 Royal, or Yakuza Like a Dragon. Not Genshin Impact, would not have gotten my vote. Wasteland 3. I've actually played all 5 of these games, amazingly. But my vote would not go to Final Fantasy VII Remake. It would go to Persona 5 Royal or Yakuza Like a Dragon. And I would have to really think about it to determine which one I think was the best role-playing game. I would have to think about it I would have to really talk my way through it. I would not vote for Final Fantasy VII Remake, though. It's a good game, but I don't think it's a better role-playing game than either of those other 2 games are. I think ultimately the victor comes down to personal preference Because Final Fantasy VII Remake, Yakuza Like a Dragon, and Persona 5 Royal, those are actually very different games. They do belong in the same category, but boy howdy are those very different games. Okay. Let's get started, shall we? We got work to do, and it's already almost 11 p.m. Let's see here. Oh, that looks like what we want. Yeah. Do I like that better than this? I don't like how it's off-center, actually. Let's see if there's anything on these ones. That's better. It's still off-center, but it's a lot more attractive of an image than this one is. Because you got all this empty space off to the right that they didn't put anything in. That one. That's the play. Not everyone would get the humor of Yakuza, and Persona has some dark tones to it. Also, just the like very anime aesthetic and vibes and stuff of Persona would not land with everyone. Persona already receives criticism both in the West and in the East for the way that they blend cultures in terms of like the characters speak English, but they still say things like Sakamoto-san. Like they still use honorifics and stuff like that even when speaking in English. I love it. I think it's fantastic. And there's a lot of people that do also enjoy it, but there's a lot of people that also don't. Also, Minnie doesn't forget how it's homophobic. Which game? Persona, they have a very bad track record. I don't know hardly anything about Persona 3, and I know what people get grumpy about with Persona 4, and I don't agree with them. I don't think that Persona 4 does what people think it does. I think you can read the situation with Kanji and Naoto in multiple ways, and I think that you will find what you want to find in it, whether it is positive or negative. I personally didn't see Kanji and Naoto's storylines and character progression as anything along those lines. I can understand how people might perceive it that way, but I personally don't see it that way at all. It matters on their intent. I don't know if the devs have ever shared their intent when it comes to Persona 4 and their intent behind Kanji and Naoto's story. And then I can't immediately think of anything that has stood out in that way when it comes to Persona 5. We're not done with it yet, though. But the main thing that I only ever hear people talk about with that is the Kanji Naoto stuff. All right. The drag queens in Ryuji. Yeah, but that's a good thing to point out, Athena. But again, I don't see that as homophobic. I just see that as like a 17-year-old dude being like, no, I don't want to dress up as a girl. I don't see him as being homophobic. I just see him being like, nah, dude, I don't want to, man. No, like, come on, I'm cool, right? Like, how many 17-year-old dudes have you talked to that are like, yeah, whatever, man. A lot of the dudes in school are so concerned with like their image that they're like, nah, I'm a strong guy. Spaghetti arms. I'm so strong, I'm tough. Because dudes are dumb. And he apparently still did it. We didn't get to see it, but he apparently still did it. All right, put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Just a way to say hi to the new YouTube video. If you're new here, welcome in. We're getting ready to start our reactions. The way that these work is I will read an intro off the top of my head. We'll check out the trailer. We'll talk about the trailer. And then when it feels like this conversation is starting to wind down or it's just time to go, I will read an outro. We'll make faces. Face gets used in the thumbnail, rinse and repeat. We do these live on stream because they make for a more interactive and dynamic experience, both for myself as the content creator, as well as people that'll watch it later on YouTube. It's a fun thing to do as a community, and having multiple points of view and multiple opinions makes for a more interesting discussion when it comes to whatever trailers we are actually checking out. Eve with the 32 months! Thank you for checking if I had muted it, Eve. I did. I mean, Cloud did. He did. Fucking owned it, too. He was like, shit, I have to save Tifa. How do I save Tifa? You gotta dress up as a beautiful lady and dance up on stage with a magnificent queen. Okay. If you have BTTV, Eve, you can use the YouTube Swan. We have it in there as both YT Swan for Twitch and YouTube Swan for BTTV. I don't know if you have BTTV though. Anyway, all right, here we go. Let's do this. Cubone. Anyway. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Age of Wonders 4. Now, I don't actually think I'm aware of this franchise at all, but apparently they're on 4 of them now, and it is a 4K strategy game, which immediately makes me think of games like Civilization. They're going to let me know if that's actually the case. So yeah, let's go ahead and just get started. We have 3 trailers? Yeah, we're going to start with the official announcement trailer. This game was announced and released in a very small window. It was announced January 19th, 2023, and releasing in April. So they were like, hey, game's coming out. Go pre-order it, go buy it, and then it'll be out shortly. Or quiet. Hello? Looks like a 4K game. Looks like a strategy game. Coming May 2nd, 2023. Man, you know how balls awesome it is for you to announce your game with the release date. I'm so sick of seeing games get announced and not even have a release year. They're just like, yep, boom. You don't want to know how long ago Elder Scrolls 6 was announced? It was literally like 6 freaking years ago. Is when we first saw that stupid splash title screen for Elder Scrolls 6. Anyway, here's the story trailer. All of these videos I have turned down, apparently.
Older than time has returned. Free from their imprisonment, ancient wizard kings come, seeking lost magics and new realms to conquer.
So you're saying she's not my friend? Shucks.
Choice or by force. Through strife, champions arise. New unities are founded. And powerful arcane knowledge unlocked.
Well, that was impressive.
As gods and mortals clash, the forces unleashed will shape a new age of wonders.
I always think 4K games look really cool. They have the essence of RTS games, but on the scale of an RPG world map, which is just really enjoyable. My issue with 4K games is they always take forever. My time is so limited. I love the way this looks, though. It's got like Warhammer Fantasy vibes, but if it's a 4K game. And yes, I know Total War Warhammer exists, but hey, do you want to pre-order to get some random cosmetics for this JPEG? No, why not? I don't understand. All right, here's the launch trailer. This game isn't actually out yet. It releases May 2nd, so it'll be out very shortly. But I appreciate when they put the launch trailer out ahead of time, because oftentimes we'll miss it. Strife? Cloud Strife? Yes.
What makes a true
That's the
wizard
collab
game?
we need. Age of Wonders and Final Fantasy VII.
Is it their might in battle? Their knowledge of the arcane?
Bro,
Or
your eye.
simply their ability to inspire others? I would ponder that it is versatility.
My brain did not like that transition effect. You'd play it, I would.
To turn
I would.
Any situation to your advantage. To mold your followers. And harness the very terrain of your dominion. To strike allegiances and grow stronger through unity. And crush those who rise against you.
Yeah, this looks great.
A true Gordier leads with vision.
You gotta be a 4K fan.
And
I've
through
played my
their
healthy
resolve
amount of
and their
Civilization,
actions,
Total War, a lot of the
ushering
Total War
in a
games.
new age
I know
of
they're not quite
wonders.
4K the way that like Civilization is, but they feel so adjacent. Yeah, that looks fantastic. All right, what else do we know? All right, so you can pre-purchase it already. It is $50. It's got a premium edition. The premium edition comes with the base game, the expansion pass, and a day one unlock. The expansion pass is going to contain Dragon Dawn in Q3 of this year, Empires and Ashes in Q4, Primal Fury at the beginning of next year, and Eldritch Realms. And those are, oh, they actually have the prices of the DLC on here. So that is $10, $20, $40, $60. And it is $50 to $90. So you technically get a discount on all the DLC if you buy the premium edition. You get a $20 discount. All right, all right. I love Civilization. Civilization is the worst for trying to go to sleep. That's the game that invented the idea behind just one more turn. Just one more turn. Why is it 4:30 a.m.? Why is the sun coming up? Shit, I have to be to work in an hour and a half. I'm dead. Yeah, so that is Age of Wonders 4. Obviously this series has been going on for a while, but I don't know why I've never heard of it. Like, I feel like I would have heard of it, but have not. When was the last one? Hang on. Because, like, I've been playing a lot of Mech Warrior 5 lately. Do you want to know when the last... So, Mech Warrior 5 released in 2019, 2021? Very recently. Mech Warrior 4 released in, like, 2002. Okay? Like, that's how far apart those games are. So, for all I know, Age of Wonders 3 released in, like, 1998. And that's why we haven't seen another one. Age of Wonders 3, okay, it released in 2014, so almost 10 years ago. That's not a small amount of time. And Age of Wonders 2 was 2002. You get one of these a year. Oh, not a year. You get one of these a decade. So I'm not too surprised then that I haven't heard too much about it. Stardew, just one more day. Harvest Moon, just one more day. I just want to sell my turnips, man. Insomniac's Delight or Demise, depending on how you look at it. That's cool. That's cool. This is a game that is going to go on my wish list and will sit there until one day it's on sale on a Steam, like Summerfest or whatever, and it's going to be 50 to like 75% off. It'll be like $15. I'm going to buy it, and then I might play it. That's exactly what's going to happen. It's going to sit on my wish list for a year until it goes on a big enough sale, and then I might play it at that point. But I like the look of it a lot. It looks wonderful. Yeah, we're going to wrap up the video now. Anyway, so let me know what your thoughts are. If you're a big fan of the franchise, please put your thoughts down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I like to talk and I love to talk some more. And if you want to talk with me, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And seriously, I will talk about basically anything. So feel free to just like at me and be like, what are we talking about? Especially if it's about video games. Boy, howdy, let's go. Anyway, if you can't tell, we've been having this lovely conversation with chat. We stream these reactions live on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. And if you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Not that you disliked it, but so many games. So many games? Oh, you mean in my Steam library? Yeah, you right. You right. So hang on. Let's verify Elder Scrolls 6. It was 4 years ago. Excuse me. It was 4 years ago. Nope, 5 years ago. June 10th, 2018 is when we got this. It's 30 seconds, that's why I'm playing it. It's also the most worthless ass video you've ever seen. I seriously do not know why they put this teaser out, because so Bethesda proper has been working on Starfield, which is literally just Skyrim / Fallout. Wait, hang on. Skyrim / Fallout in space. That's all this is, which, I mean, that's fine, right? Like, I like Fallout. I like Bethesda. I don't really like Bethesda. I like Fallout. I like Elder Scrolls. They're fun games, and taking that design into space, super cool, right? This game releases September 6th, 2023. And I believe Todd Howard, the big man at Bethesda himself, was like, we aren't starting on Elder Scrolls 6 until after we finish Starfield. And everyone was like, wait. You haven't even fucking started? You haven't started on Elder Scrolls 6 because you've been working on Starfield? Why the fuck did you announce it then? I understand you didn't provide a year, but can you still explain to a guy why? And then they were like, and Fallout 5 will start after we finish Fallout 6. And everyone was like, fuck, I'm going to be dead. Like, I'm just going to be dead. Because if you aren't starting on Elder Scrolls 6 until you finish Starfield, then that means we are not getting Elder Scrolls 6 until 2030. Probably, because Bethesda makes games at the speed that carpets disintegrate at, okay? I couldn't think of a good metaphor, which means that they're not starting work on Fallout 5 until 2030, which means you're not getting Fallout 5 until 2038. Blech. This is fine. Gets anxiety on all the things she hasn't started. You're fine, Athena. You're doing so many things already, and they're wonderful, incredible things. They're wonderful and great. Here, I'm stuck on progress through the nostalgia dot hack. Those are big games, though. Those are big games. Okay. We're going to do Ravenlock, because this one's going to be quick. Because there's only 2 trailers and both are short. and then we'll run the battle, and then we'll start on the big boy video. The big boy. He's a big boy. Yeah, big boy. All right, everyone, put in your YouTube swans, your pog swans, your re-swans, or whatever other emotes fit your fancy. GU is pretty short overall. Is that different from the PlayStation 2 games? Given that you just mentioned the first 4 games, it must be different. I don't know what that is. All right, here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Ravenlock. Now, from what I can tell, this is just a cool action game that has a really interesting art direction. I try not to look too much at it because there's very, very limited marketing materials for this game. We only have 2 trailers to show you. This game comes out when? Like soon? The 3rd of May. And we only have an official announcement trailer and the release date trailer. I'm betting there will be a launch trailer, but it was not out and available at the time that we recorded this video. So we're going to check these out, get a good look at the game, and then we'll see what we think. Let's go. Yeah, I already really, really love this art direction. It's like not quite pixel, not even quite voxel, not 3D, but somewhere in between all 3. It's super cute. Ooh, fireballs. That looks like something you might want to fireball. Grabs a sword and shield instead. I respect it. I respect it. Look at this. This is excellent looking. I want the giant cat to be my friend. I don't want those to be my friend. Something tells me you're not a friend. Nope, definitely not a friend. Anyone need a new Souls game? Because apparently that's what this is. I didn't realize that at the time. I did call it an action game, so I wasn't too far off. Hey! Look at that screen at the end. Play it day 1 with Game Pass. All right. That's what we like. All right, here's the release date trailer. This aesthetic is great. Yes, it really is. It looks fantastic. It's very fun. Very colorful, very clear. I want to dance. That is... Hold on. This is the most scruffy-ass looking dog. Like, oh my god. Look at him. This dog needs brushed and trimmed so bad. You can pet the dog. It's true. Oh man. Can I pet the mangy mutt? You sure can. Awesome. Love this game. Man, you threw an ice bomb in that thing's mouth and it did not care. You chose the wrong bomb. No, thank you. I like how they just showed you that blocking doesn't work. Like, oh, that looks fine. His name is Scruffy for a reason. Oh, there's something at the end here. Hang on. Oh, it's just a horrible no-no. Okay, so these trailers were on the Xbox page. Now, it does say Game Pass, but it doesn't say Game Pass for PC, which means I'm not Okay, no, it does say, okay, in the description it says comes to Xbox and PC, will be available day one with Game Pass. I haven't seen Xbox do the thing where something comes to Game Pass on console but not PC. The other way, though, yes, I've been seeing games come to Xbox, the Game Pass for PC but not console, and that's just because they're not console games, right? But if you don't have Xbox Game Pass, I did not find a Steam page. I only found an Epic Games page. So just be aware of that, is that if you want to play it on PC, you're either going to need to go through Xbox, you're going to need to go through Epic Games, because I did not find it on Steam. Now, maybe it'll get added in the next couple of days, but I am not sure. It's being developed by Coco Cucumber. I have never heard of this developer before, but something tells me this might be their first game. Coco Cucumber. Developers of Ravenlock. It is absolutely their first game. Okay. Which is fine. It looks fantastic. But I was going to check to see if they were maybe owned by Epic Games. Of course, if they were owned by Epic Games, it probably wouldn't be on Game Pass. So, made possible with support from the Canada Media Fund and Ontario Creates. Cool. Very cool. So yeah, that's Ravenlock, a very cute Soulsian style game with a really unique art direction that I enjoy a lot. It is only $25. It was $25, right? It was $25 on Epic. Yeah. So if you don't have Game Pass, I know we have some people that watch that are in regions of the world that unfortunately don't have access to Game Pass, which I'm sorry, but it is available through the Epic Games Store for $25 if you don't have access to Game Pass. And that looks like a really good time. We got this definite Alice in Wonderland inspiration, obviously, here with the White Rabbit. These are meant to be the card soldiers. This is very obviously meant to be the Queen of Hearts. I'm not quite sure who is this supposed to be Tweedledee and Tweedledum on the sides here? Either way, is this the Cheshire Cat? This like cauldron kitty? Anyway, so yeah, definitely heavily inspired by Alice in Wonderland, but if you wanted a different take on it with a cool voxel art style and a Soulsian gameplay design, looks really great, super enjoyable to just look at, and it actually looks like it actually plays pretty smoothly. There was some moments where we got to see them like properly fighting things before it cut too far. It looks like there might not be a lot of impact in the attacks, but it definitely at least looked like it was animated well and running smoothly, which is nice. Cheshire, you've changed. What's happened to you? Ah! I was cursed by a witch. She turned me into her cauldron. So that's Ravenlock, everybody. Let me know what your thoughts are. Put them down in the comments below. I'd love to hear from you. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more. And if you want to talk with me, two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Just hit me up on one of those two platforms, and let's have a conversation. We've been having a conversation with chat because this video was recorded live on stream, because we do stream on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do go watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Yeah, that was pleasant. Pleasant face. Yeah, it was pleasant looking game. Did enjoy. Did appreciate. All right, let's run some Stream Raiders. Gotta go fast. Welcome, Barthulu, howdy Bardner. With your Dragon Flame Fairy. Yeah, it looks like a good time. I'd play that. Oh, water's so good. Go, chicken! Golden chicken boy. Bringing it home. 2 vampires, 1 buster, either which can be used for 420 channel points. Most kills going to Athena with 6, followed by myself with 3. Most assists going to Howdy Bardner with 2, followed by Athena and Barthulu with 1. Congratulations. Going random in 3. 2, 1. Bard taking it home. Centurion. A Centurion strength. The power. All right. Let's move now into this. That's not what I want. Huh. Look at those. When did I make these? Wouldn't I like to know? So tell me what you want, what you really, really want. I'll tell you what I want, what I really, really want. I really, really want to know how to do this video. That's what I wanna. I wanna fix the curtain. Camera trying to get a peek. Peeking through the curtain. Rude. All right. All right, everybody. Put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re-swans, whatever other emote fits your fancy. And this is... So... As I was prepping this video, I quickly realized that this video would probably be better executed not trying to do it live. But I really don't like recording videos not live. Like, even if we don't have a ton of engagement going on, I'm just like, no, I like it. I'm like committed to it here, you know? So what I'm saying is this is probably going to feel a little clunky, okay? Especially since it's our first time doing this, and I'm trying to do it live, and I'm trying to not take up too much time, and it's going to be a big boy anyway. Awkward? What's awkward? What? I'm awkward? Yeah, sometimes. So we'll see how this goes, okay? Let me make sure I have the right button. We're right here. Oh, I know. I wasn't saying right now. I wasn't saying there's low engagement right now. I was talking about there have been days where there is not much engagement. And I'm still rolling, and that's fine. And it's still easier to do the recording if I'm live than not. All right. Is this the right button? Yes, that is the right button. Okay. So let me get everything open. Because I need some stuff in some very specific spots for this, okay? Some very specific spots. In order to make this work properly. And you're going to see what I mean by this is going to be a clunky, awkward go. And then I need this open. Why is this zoomed in so far? All right. Okay. Yeah. I can already tell this is going to be clunky, but here we go. Here we go. Honey, get out of here. Do you want deals on this Steam game? No. All right. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and here are 20 games that released in April of 2023 that you may have missed. Now, as a heads up, we are recording this live, and I'm trying to do this in a single take, so it might be a little bit of a clunky ride. But this is our first time doing this, and it's a learning process, so let's go ahead and get started. So first up is Curse of the Sea Rats. Curse of the Sea Rats is a story-rich combat action co-op game. Embark on an epic hand-animated rat Metroidvania adventure where your crew has been turned into rats by a pirate witch. Explore a rich, non-linear world. Enjoy fun action platforming. I should have put this full screen. Learning, see? Fun action platforming, face challenging bosses, and unlock unique abilities, either alone or in local co-op. Local co-op? Come on. 2023, we need that online co-op. This looks hand-drawn, though. This looks really good on just like an initial presentation, right? That said, it currently is sitting at only 47% mixed reviews on Steam and is currently available for $20. I wonder what the mixed reviews are for. Kind of, with the way the layout is, it kind of gives me some Bravery and Greed vibes. We played that on Athena's stream. It was a really good time. I love this art direction, though. This is a great art direction.
The time has come for you to repay your debt.
You should have stayed out of my way.
Big, like, 90s cartoon vibes. Yeah. That was solid. I'm not sure what else, what could have went wrong with it. But anyway, next up on our list is Supplice. So Supplice is a boomer shooter, for lack of any better description for it. Supplice is a stylish throwback shooter inspired by the mid-90s FPS glory days and the legendary Doom modding community, mixing the retro stylings of 90s era shooters with colorful graphics and frantic gameplay. It creates an experience that's ever so familiar, but also exciting and fresh. This game is so Doom. Like, just the most Doom-ass looking game. There's lots of games that are Doom clones, but this game is, like, unapologetic in how much it looks like Doom. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that. I like that gun. Doom-ass looking. Hey, Doom-ass looking ass game. You ain't no god. Like, those corpses straight up look just copied from Doom. I'm sure they're not, because copyright's a thing. But at the same time, I'm like, man, aggressive on your inspirational material. Okay, so next up we have Shardpunk Verminfall. So let me get this started here. Oh, Shardpunk Verminfall is a tactical RPG survival game. The war is lost. The capital lies in ruins, and you're on the run. Shardpunk Verminfall mixes turn-based tactical strategy with RPG, survival, and resource management as you gather your team, scavenge for resources, fight enemy hordes, and seek shelter to live another day. So super pixel art XCOM mixed with survival mechanics? Unless there was something while we were reading, all I've seen so far is a lot of combat. I'm not sure where their survival part comes in. Here it is, scavenge for supplies. Okay, so do you scavenge for supplies during combat? Hey, Ellie, welcome in. Craft a grenade. What are you doing over there, Seamus? Oh, you know, just making some grenades for when we go out in the field next. Oh, cool. Pep talk. Big, Darkest Dungeon vibes in there. How you could, like, have each of your people do a thing at the campfire, whether it was, like, pep talk or, like, try to remove someone's stress or, you know, foresee into the dungeon. Very low damage numbers. People have like 6 HP, and 6 damage is enough to kill you. Oh, goody. That's just when you lose. Buddy's reloading his gun like he's going to be able to do anything. Yeah, all right. All right, my guy, sure. Okay, next up we have Hunt the Night. Why is this zoomed in so far? So let's go ahead and get this play in here. And let me get clicked around here. I'm juggling so many things. All right, so Hunt the Night isn't a dark fantasy action RPG. Plunge into a retro-style action-adventure game that combines a fast, skilled gameplay with dark fantasy and lore. Play as Vesper, a virtuous member of the Stalkers, and explore the vast world of Medrum, filled with ruins and horrors. So you're saying this is 2D Bloodborne? This looks very Soulsy. Looks very, very Soulsy. I did, Ellie. We're going to be checking out the trailers here shortly. So I forgot to say it for the last couple of games. This game has a 71% review on Steam, and it is currently available for $20. I definitely forgot to read those stats on the last two. First time video format pains. That looks excellent. Jeez. I love really, like, gorgeous ass pixel art. Like, you can make a beautiful painting and I'll still enjoy it, but something about highly, like, big detailed pixel art just evokes something completely different from the soul. Oh, I'm sure they're fine. Trying to give you a bath. There's a lot of content here. Like, we saw a lot of different enemies and bosses. Wow, that looks excellent. Hold on, I need to click that add to your wishlist button. Okay, so next up, we have Boundary. Now, we did check out Boundary before, but we didn't do one for its launch, so we'll go ahead and give it another play right now. So Boundary is Call of Duty in space, but to properly describe it, Boundary is a multiplayer tactical space-based shooter game, engaging in fierce team versus team zero... What? I got it. Engaging in fierce team versus team zero-gravity firefights and executing low-gravity operations on orbiting space installations against other enemy astro operators and other entities. I can read. God. I seriously thought they were saying fierce team versus team zero, and I was like, I don't know what that means. So this is Boundary. We've checked it out a couple of times. Outside of the curiosity of the feasibility of this type of engagement existing in space, the concept of zero gravity Call of Duty is not lost on me. So this game currently sits at a 74% positive review out of 9,508 reviews, and it is available for $25. You know, honestly, with as high quality as the visuals are in this game, that is significantly cheaper than I expected it to be. But by all means, very cool. Next up, another game you might have missed is Mega Man Battle Network Legacy Collection. So let's get this playing. The renowned Mega Man Battle Network series is back. Volume 1 contains Mega Man Battle Network 1 through 3, including both versions of Mega Man Battle Network 3 for a total of 4 titles, plus additional features like a gallery of illustrations and music. In addition, online play is supported. Was there co-op? Is that what you're saying? Is there co-op to this? I have seen a game that plays just like this. It's called, like, One Move from Eden or something like that. I didn't know that it was inspired off of a Mega Man game. I've never been a huge Mega Man fan, not because I don't like the games, I just didn't play many of them. Is it One Step from Eden? I think it's One Step from Eden. And that game caught my attention a lot. I liked the way that it looked and the way that it played. I didn't realize that it was inspired by this. It might not be, right? But they definitely seem very, very similar. I appreciate companies that do this. If you don't want pixel smoothing, you can turn it off. It's literally just a filter.
Legacy Collection.
Sell us our childhoods. Give us all the nostalgia. So Mega Man is currently sitting at a 92% positive reviews out of 491 reviews. This is available on Steam for $40. little bit of a heavy investment. Next up, we have Puzzle Quest 3. I didn't know this existed. I love Puzzle Quest, by the way. Puzzle Quest, fantastic game. Played the ever-living hell out of it on the PSP. And then it turns out there was Puzzle Quest 3 that came out, and I realized why I didn't hear about it. But first, master strategic match 3 combat in Puzzle Quest 3, the all-new installment to the globally renowned puzzle RPG franchise. Prepare yourself for an epic journey across Etheria, a dangerous fantasy realm filled with enemies to conquer and loyal allies to recruit. Puzzle Quest 3, by the way, this game is free to play, and if that makes you go, huh? It should, because the reason that I hadn't heard about this game, because it launched initially on mobile as a free-to-play title, and it is riddled with microtransactions, which is tragic. Because Puzzle Quest, these are awesome games, okay? You're like, it just looks like a match 3 game. It is, okay? It is. It's a match up to like 5 game, but it's cool because it's an RPG, and when you max shit, it like deals damage to your opponents and stuff, and you can like activate abilities to turn all of the red gems into blue ones, and activate a spell so that when you match 4, you get a shield and stuff. It's really fun. It's like combining a really damn good Bejeweled with a just RPG, and it's awesome. And the fact that it's a free-to-play microtransaction like fuckfest sucks.
On a new quest.
No, not embarking on your quest. You make me sad. I'll just go play the old ones. How dare you? All right, next up we have, why is this? It's so small. I definitely made it bigger, but it is not big all of a sudden. All right. Hey, rude. I paused you. All right, so next up we have Eresis. Eresis is a co-op horror game inspired from the works of H.P. Lovecraft. Teamwork is a key as players take on the roles of 4 cultists and face the terrifying entities together. Dynamic AI mechanics and unique enemies, Eresis promises to deliver a thrilling and spine-chilling gaming experience. It's currently 51% on Steam, and it'll run you $9. You didn't need to zoom in on that. I did. Because what's a horror game if it doesn't at least make you uncomfortable? Yeah, this looks like a good one that we could play on the Scooby Squad streams, Athena. It does have 51% reviews, but I think we've played so many of these like janky co-op horror experiences that unless it just does not work, we will probably have a perfectly fine time. Most of these games are janky and deserve like a 5 or 6 out of 10 at best, but they're normally cheap and they're normally pretty decent for the price and the experience, especially if you play them in a group with friends, to where you're like, hey Gorthan, where are you at? And you just hear, oh no. And you're like, where are you at, buddy? I don't know. I walked off without you guys. I'm sorry. I don't know what that is. And then you hear someone scream. You played Lunch Lady, you'll survive. Yeah, Lunch Lady wasn't even the worst we played. I think Horror Squad was the worst we played, followed very abruptly by Escape the Aowoki. Those 2 games will forever live in infamy as the worst games that we have played probably in our lifetimes. I love how everyone just always looks like they're in an A pose. Just hey, what's up, buddy? Hi, how's it going? Yeah, that's cool, dude. Awesome. Yeah, you want to be friends, right? No? Okay. Okay, next up we have Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. I've actually heard a lot of good things about the first game, and the sequel is here. So Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly is a interactive fiction relaxing conversation game. Dust off your coffee machine and prepare your warmest smile to meet your customers again in the 2nd episode of the much-loved coffee brewing and heart-to-heart talking simulator, Coffee Talk Episode 2, Hibiscus and Butterfly. It is sitting at 99% positive out of 319 reviews. It is $15 on Steam. I think I actually, what did I play the first? I get Coffee Talk and Valhalla. mixed up. They're very similar games. Coffee Talk, you make people coffee. Valhalla, you make people drinks. I don't remember which one it is that I played. I didn't play all the way through it. I think it was Valhalla. That's another great game that's very similar to this. It's got a really good vibe. You're chilling, talking to people, learning more about them. You'll have repeat customers come in. You can learn more about their stories and kind of see how their life progresses. That was an astronaut. It wouldn't have been on stream, Athena. It was at the request of Nuslack from the chat. I love that you can draw your milk designs in there. That's fun. I think that person needs some coffee or maybe some tea. This would be a good game for aspiring voice actors to lend their voices to. Boy, howdy, me and Athena had like one conversation about like trying to get a setup together for like some amateur voice acting work, and Twitter apparently heard me and it's just been like casting call. And I'm like, damn it, phone, why do you have to listen to everything we say? All right, so next up we have Outer Terror. That looks like a good time. I'm sure it's fine. They're having a fantastic time. Oh, I had to enter in my birth date. You're not permitted to view these materials. You're a liar. What? View the page. Thank you. Outer Terror. Don't die as you assemble a ridiculous arsenal of weapons and desperately hold out against massive hordes of creatures pulled from a variety of classic horror genres reminiscent of 80s and 90s Golden Age comics and B movies in this stylish, action-packed arcade roguelike. You know, with that description and the art aesthetic, I would have liked to have seen a different art direction for the game. It's not that I'm opposed to this style of game or this art style itself, but I don't feel like the art direction for the game lends itself very well to the atmosphere that they are wanting to give off. So this game is currently sitting at 73% positive on Steam, only 15 reviews though, and it's currently available for $10. Purchase now! I don't think I will. Thank you, though. Okay, so next up, this one you're not going to find on Steam because it's exclusive to the PlayStation 5. So this is R-Type Final 3 Evolved. And I have to go to their website and play this YouTube video here for you. So the legendary shoot 'em up is back with an unparalleled R-Type experience, renowned for its colorful visuals and frenetic shooter action. R-Type Final 3 Evolved Deluxe Edition is available now for the PlayStation 5. This is just like the ultimate modern form of some of your favorite games on arcade or like the Sega Genesis. That said, this game is $50, okay? It would be really hard for me to justify buying what is the modern version of a 1984 arcade style side-scrolling shooter for $50. 50. Like, sure, that looked pretty good visually. It looked like it'd be fun, but these games are not $50 games. Yeah, no, says Ellie. Absolutely not. But if you're really into them, it's out there, all right? So next up, we have Shadows of Doubt. Skipped it, not intentionally. All right, here we go. So Shadows of Doubt, an immersive sandbox detective stealth game set in a fully simulated sci-fi noir city of crime and corruption. Think like a private investigator and take on jobs to earn cash on your path to catching a serial killer. If you don't catch them, they will kill again. So this is actually launched into early access. That said, it is an early access. It is 90% positive reviews with 1,080 reviews, and it is available for $18 right now at the time of recording. Base price is $20. A procedurally generated murder, so you can do this over and over again. I love this voxel design. That was cool. That was short, though. Do you have another video in here? You do not. That's a shame. But that looks super neat. That looks super cool. I like the look of that a lot, especially because it seems like you will get a lot of replayability out of it, depending on how that procedurally generated stuff works. But it definitely seems like something that you will get a different experience out of every time you fire it up. Next up, we have Proto Droid Delta. Reach your potential in a fast and fluid 3D action platformer set in a beautiful and hopeful solar punk world. Take on challenging bosses, upgrade your systems, and show humanity the promise of AI. You know, I realize I said that these are games that were supposed to be out in April, and I'm very confident I saw a release date on this, but this is actually not available for purchase. I'm not sure what happened between when I was making this list and today, but you cannot buy this game. So here's a game that did not release in April that you can look forward to sometime in the future. Also, I love when people make up new words. It's a solar punk world. I don't even know what that means, but it sounds cool. Oh, it's from Humble Games. Interesting. That's super cool. Okay, so apologies. You can't buy that one. You didn't miss out on that game. This looks like Beat Saber became a protagonist. I'll take it. I'll take it. Next up is Stranded Alien Dawn, which sounds like it's going to have the 4 Horsemen of the Apocalypse in it. Version 1.0 available now, so maybe it did at one time. Brave a new world in Stranded Alien Dawn, a planet survival sim placing the fate of a small marooned group in your hands. Forge your story through compelling and immersive strategic gameplay as you make vital decisions to protect your survivors. So it definitely sounds at one point this was an open world survival crafting game that actually managed through some mystical means to reach a 1.0 release. Neon white kind of stuff for that last one? Yeah, a bit. Definitely a bit. Oh, that looks fun. Dang. Oh god, this looks like my kind of game so damn much. I like survival crafting games a lot, but I want them to have a purpose, okay? That's why my favorite one is still 7 Days to Die. I don't necessarily think it's the best one, but it's my favorite one because of the way the hordes come and approach you every 7 days. It gives you a gameplay loop that feels like your actions have purpose and meaning, like you're doing something for a purpose of gathering the materials to build the base to protect yourself from a horde. And this looks like it has a very similar gameplay loop, which is very, very appealing. So this game has a 87% positive review on Steam and is available for $35. I don't need to blow up my wish list with that right now. Next up is Dragon Spirits. All right, let's get this going. This one didn't make a video because it only had one trailer. While constantly working on a video game without any rest, a college student who's about to graduate quietly slipped into slumber several times. In those lucid dreams, he found himself in the game he was working on, the fantasy world of Dragon Spirits. This is a creature collector, which is what people have dubbed like Pokemon clones. Like Temtem is a creature collector. It's an indie adventure RPG, and that's cool. It definitely has a very, very big indie vibe to it. I did look through this a little bit when I was trying to find marketing material for it to do a standalone video, and it just wasn't available. There wasn't enough for us to do, which is why it got regulated to this video. But you go out, you collect dragons, and you collect dragons instead of Pokemon. And then you fight with your Dragon Mons, and you go on an adventure with them. I wonder if this was made in RPG Maker. RPG Maker games feel very distinct because they all have that RPG Maker core to them. There's nothing wrong with RPG Maker games. There's definitely been several of them that have come out that have done exceptionally well and have been extremely well received. Dracomon! I'll accept it. But I'm the main character. What? Wait. Hold on, that's illegal. Oh God. They're super strong people. They're so strong that they're just silhouettes right now. They're revealed at another time. Is this made by one person? If so, good work. I'm always impressed by people that are actually able to pull off the entire project completely solo. No spoilers for their art, I suppose? I guess not. All right, so we did do a reaction video to this one a ways back, but not for its launch, and that is The Last Case of Benedict Fox. Take on The Last Case of Benedict Fox and dive into a twisted world of secret organizations, forbidden rituals, and cold-blooded murders. Explore the memories of deceased victims as you search for clues and fight demons in this fantastical Lovecraftian Metroidvania. So I know that this is available on Game Pass if you want to play it there instead.
I got a bad feeling about this.
If you do have Game Pass, it is available as part of your subscription.
Since I found the first piece, there must be more. That's him. My father.
Yeah, you're trying to find out what happened to your dad.
His memories.
And you're like corrupted by old gods already, because that's a nice fun time. Welcome in, Herfoxic. Thanks, Ghost Man, for the assist. So it currently has a 71% positive review rate at a base price of $25. It is on sale at the time of recording for $20, but like I said, it's also included with a Game Pass subscription, which I'm guessing is where most people have been playing it, because it only has 82 reviews on Steam. But Game Pass impacts actual sales on other platforms, so it looks like a pretty interesting Metroidvania all the same. All right, what's up next? We have Cassette Beasts. Let's get this playing. I'll tell you a little bit about it. Collect awesome monsters to use during turn-based battles in this open-world RPG. Combine any two monsters' forms using Cassette Beasts fusion systems to create unique and powerful new ones. So we got Pokemon, we got a Digimon clone. This is loud. Easy on my ears there. Look how cute they are. Man, if they did full sprites, like, I wonder if you can only combine certain beasts. Because if you can combine any two beasts, unless there's not very many beasts out there, that's a lot of possible combinations, which is a lot of sprites. So it makes me wonder if they made individual sprites, if there's an AI sprite generated function of some sort, or if there's only specific combinations that you can make, or maybe they just made a shitload of sprites, you know? Fun. So that is Cassette Beasts. If you're looking for yourself another option of a Pokemon alternative. So now we move into The Way, Ash of Gods. Plan and execute the perfect strategy to emerge victorious from each handcrafted battle in this turn-based tactical battle game. Every fight has different rules and objectives. Prepare your force with the right characters, spells, and items to conquer every foe. It is tagged as a deck-building, story-rich card battler, which, with everything that I just said of like this turn-based tactical battle game, I would have not expected the first tags to be deck-building card battler.
The Frisian army. We have to eliminate them.
I wonder if you generate your units and stuff based off the cards that you have, because it definitely still looked like a tactical turn-based RPG. Sounds tedious and not exciting. That's understandable.
Here, every fight is unique. Even though it can be unfair at times, a true
Turn-based
commander
tactical RPGs, I feel like, are some of the easier games to produce, but that also means that the level of quality of them is all over the place. That said, this game is sitting at a 90% positive review rating on Steam, and it has a base price of $25. So, some people are getting it and enjoying it at the very least.
Everything is in your hands, my boy.
The way. I don't know. I'm not super impressed, although I do find it hard to... You have to do some very specific things, in my opinion, to make a turn-based RPG, a tactical RPG, impressive. A couple of more recent ones that have come out that were impressive, they are higher budget and therefore higher in price, is like Fire Emblem Engage, and the most prominent of which that released recently is Redemption Reapers. I highly recommend checking that out. We did a reaction video for that as well. Next up is Live Alive. We did a reaction video for this, but it has come out onto other platforms. So it was initially a Switch exclusive when the remake released, but now you can get it, I believe, basically everywhere. The Legend is Alive! Live Alive, originally only released for the Super Famicom in Japan, is being revived on Steam. Experience this legendary RPG brought alive in the same HD 2D visual style as Octopath Traveler. Everyone that I know that has played this has said just exceptional things about it. It is currently sitting at a 91% positive review on Steam. Its base price is $50, but at least right now it is on sale through May 11th for $40. And most everyone that I've talked to is like, no, you can pay $60 for this. It's absolutely a good time. You could go and enjoy it. It functions on a chapter system as well, as just a heads up. Each of these 8 characters, 8 characters? Is there 8 of you? 9, 10? However many chapters there are very loose strands that connect some of them together, but otherwise they're all individual stories that take place in wildly different time periods and locations. It's just a heads up. So it's almost like 8 mini games shoved into one game, just to kind of set the bar for your expectations. And then the last game that released in April of 2023 that you might have missed is Arc Runner. Let me throw that up. Arc Runner. Team up with friends or traverse the Arc solo in a beautiful cyberpunk-styled action roguelike as you attempt reset and... You're missing a letter there. As you attempt to reset an evil rogue AI. They were missing the word too. Experiment with different weapons and augments as you fight hordes of machines programmed for your annihilation. Collect nanites and power up after every run. Currently 84% positive on Steam with a base price of $20. Please tell me you have online co-op. The visual style of this, big Risk of Rain 2 vibes. Gameplay, not so much, although Risk of Rain 2 is also a roguelite. But the art direction here is definitely what's giving me that Risk of Rain 2 energy. Very stylish, though. Very stylish. Very eye-catching. Risk of Rain 2 is definitely a roguelite, not a like. You do get permanent unlocks as you progress through the game, which makes it a light, not a like. You'd have to start completely from scratch with absolutely nothing gained for it to be a roguelike. All right. Good music, though. Solid music. Did enjoy. All right. Well, that is 20 games. Well, 20 with an asterisk. 20 with a big fat asterisk, because one of those did not release this month. I apologize for that. 20 games that you might have missed in April 2023. There were a lot of other games that released this month. We do daily reaction videos on this channel, and this list of games is games that released this month that I didn't make into its own standalone video because too much released this month. To the people out there that are like, man, it sucks, there's just no games coming out, I am so sorry for you. because there's so many games coming out and so many of them look great. Not all of those looked great, but some of them definitely did, and some of the other stuff that we checked out I enjoyed a lot too. So we'll try to do this moving forward, and I'm going to be playing around with the format some more. Please, please, please let me know how you enjoyed this video, what you liked, what you didn't like, what you thought worked, what you didn't work. This is our very first one of these, so feedback is very, very valuable on how you would like to see us evolve and push this type of video in the future, because I can keep playing with it. I know some things that I thought worked and didn't, and that's a conversation for me to not have at the end of this video. But any feedback that you'd be willing to provide, I would greatly appreciate. Thank you so much. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. Two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And we've been having a conversation with chat while we'll be going through this video, and that conversation was had on Twitch because we did stream this video live on the channel. And we would love to see you there if you would come check it out, you know, just maybe. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. I don't think I'm doing a face for that one. I don't think that gets a face, because I think it'll just have a static image of some sort. Okay. Got a Stream Raiders battle to run, though. Mr. Striker. This is a cool looking... in my pants! I don't know what to place where. I think we actually just need to go fast to try and turn some of those towers on our side. You got distracted, only placed one time. That's fine, Athena. That video was, you know, go, 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 go. Because it still took like 45 minutes. And if we didn't do it that way, it would have taken like 2 hours. And I was like, shit, we got to fucking rock this. Because otherwise it's going to take forever. We're about to die. What happens now? Well, we lose because there's 4 of their towers and only 3 of ours. And they're focus firing one dude and we're not, so we're gonna lose. That's okay. I needed my rogue. We needed that chicken. We were lost without our chicken. Yeah, we needed your bomber, Athena. We needed that chicken. All right, let's go again. I will place Ham Ham. Where are you at, Ham Ham? Get in here. He's not a chicken. I don't know. Seems kind of chickeny. All right, place your units, everybody. Okay. I realize I haven't been changing shirts or anything like that, and I should have done it just now. Give me a moment. I will be right back. I also didn't change hats for the last 2 videos. We're on top of things. Okay. So, I'm glad that you said something earlier, Ellie, about Armored Core, because that was something that we were supposed to watch tonight, and I forgot to put onto the schedule. And so, it's going to need to go onto the schedule, like, right now, so that I don't forget, because I told, like, 6 different people that we would watch those trailers tonight. So, let me get this added on. What hat is this? It just says a big D. Diamond. In fact, it says diamond in the sky on the back. Big D. Big D. Let me get those trailers. Come on. There we go. House. Grab the other one. Pause. And let me just put Armored Core right here, and I'll grab the links and stuff later. Okay. Let me look for a title card in there. Ah, stupid, ugly fucking shit. I hate the YouTube annotations at the end of the video, by the way. I absolutely despise them. I hate them so much. You sure you don't want to watch another one of the videos? Yes, I'm fucking sure. Let me see if there's one at the end of this video. Work with me. Nice. All right. All right, everybody. Put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re-swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Dear Mr. Schwan, I came to realize that you cannot stop swearing when I'm around. It's because you have a lovely name. Herr Fuchsig. Or should is it technically Herr Fuchsig? Is it Fuch? Herr Fuchsig? Herr Fuchsig? Like Herr Doctor? Herr Fuch? Herr Fuchsig? Help me. Hi, Choji. All right. All right, quick, start the video before you can clear the chat. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwada. Today we are checking out Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon. Thank God we are checking this out, okay? Because I, like most people, at the Game Awards last year, when FromSoft turned up and was like, hey, new Armored Core game, I was like, no way! What is it? And they're like, don't know. You don't get to know. We're going to show you a cinematic trailer that tells and shows you absolutely nothing. See you sometime in 2023. And I was like, oh, you guys suck. All right. Well, I am an enjoyer of Armored Core. I'm really excited for all the people that after Armored Core 6 got announced were like, hey, I'm gonna go check out what the hell these games are. And they're like, they're discovering Armored Core for the first time. I'm so happy for you. And we finally get to see what this game looks like. I didn't think we were gonna see any of this until June. I expected it to be part of like the Summer Game Fest. But alas, I'm not gonna complain about seeing it sooner. So we have two things we're gonna watch. We're gonna watch the gameplay trailer as well as the like interview that they did with one of the developers that gives a lot more detail into what's going on. So first, let's check this out. Give me that Armored Core.
We're close to Rubicon. Wake the dog up.
Oh,
Handler Walter verified. Activating cerebral coral control device.
Bamco, largest video game developer in Japan. Well, publisher and developer. I'm glad that helps that they make good shit.
Augmented human C4621 has awakened.
Show it to me, baby. You want a fast as shit skate around mech game? Armored Core. Armored, like, depending on the Armored Core game, they tried slowing it down to be kind of like Mech Warrior E in the past, and those games were not received well. This is what we were hoping for. We wanted this fast-paced, we are just an aggressive, brutalistic, murder-filled robot. Hello. Jesus. Wow, okay. Near Automata what?
One of the infamous handler Walter's hounds. Interesting. You ready to climb the wall?
Call sign Raven. Priority subject for termination.
Oh man, this looks sick. Oh god, that looks good. Oh man, I want to play it right now. I already know when the release date is because as soon as this trailer was announced, the release date got plastered everywhere. It's in August.
Let's see how far they can fly.
Oh, we can fly to the stars, the sky, and beyond. Oh man, I want to play it real bad. Real bad. Oh yeah, and then the collector's edition that's already sold out. I think you can still buy this one. It is this one that comes with the full garage that the Armored Core fits into. It's sold out almost instantly. But you can still get this one if you want a cool Armored Core statue. This one is $230 as a heads up, and this one is $450 for the one with the garage. But the $450 one with the Armored Core Mech Bay garage, it is sold out. But the one with just the statue is not, at least the last time I checked. But it sold out very, very fast. All right, let's learn some shit. Can we get a new Kingsfield next? You can hope.
Augmented human.
People were hoping for a new Armored Core for 10 years, and we finally got one.
My name is Mitchell Saltzman, and today I'm joined remotely all the way from Japan by producer Yasunori Ogura to
Hi.
talk all about Armored Core 6.
Sweet.
How are
Hi there, I'm great, thank you. I'm Yasunori Ogura from Software, producer on Armored Core 6. It's great
Yeah,
to be
that
here.
game is going to be super fun to play. It's just going to be like some energetic, enjoyable crap. Sorry, I'm not listening to what you're saying at all, buddy.
So we have been cultivating development staff through our experience with recent titles, and there were many members of staff, including Miyazaki and myself, who've wanted to make a new Armored Core game for a long time. So really, not making a new Armored Core was never really an option. It was a case of when rather than if. As to the game's direction and development, in around 2018, Miyazaki and some core members of the team began initial direction and forming the basic core concept of AC6. And after prototyping was complete, our director Yamamura took over on the project. However, as you know, we have several projects going on at the same time within the company, so we had to get an ideal allocation of resources. We had to get the right staff on board. Which
We had to get funding.
Slightly longer wait, but we're happy to finally bring a new Armored Core.
So it first started in
So, can you tell us a little bit
2018.
about
That
the
means they
story of
probably
Armored
didn't
Core
actually
6
start
and
development
whether
until like
newcomers will be able to
2020.
Jump right into this entry if they haven't played any of the other ones.
This is a brand new story and has no direct link to previous titles. AC6 takes place in a future where interstellar travel is commonplace, not on Earth, but on a fictional planet in a distant star system.
So they needed people from Elden Ring? Yeah,
Rubicon is
maybe.
a devastated planet that was razed to ash in a great disaster caused by the outbreak of a mysterious new substance called coral.
Activating cerebral coral control device.
Which occurred half a century before the events of the game take place. At the outset of the game and the story, the player learns that coral...
Man, half a century sounds so much more epic than just 50 years.
And extraterrestrial corporate forces have begun an invasion race to acquire the rights to this mysterious and powerful new substance. So they are at conflict with the indigenous forces who are resisting their invasion on the planet Rubicon. And the player, as a lone independent mercenary and AC pilot, is thrust into this Rubicon war for coral. So although AC6 is a numbered title, the setting and story are completely new, and we believe it makes a great first entry into the series.
Yeah, we've been playing Final Fantasy games, it's fine. Although, when they say a great new entry into the series to introduce people to, it makes me wonder if at some point they're going to start remastering or remaking past Armored Core games.
Will allow for kind of unique mission structures that people haven't seen in the Armored Core series previously.
There are two things we'd like to convey to both newcomers and old hands to the series. Armored Core offers two unique game experiences. First is this dynamic, three-dimensional action that can only be achieved with mechs. And the second is the ability to customize your own personal AC by combining multiple parts.
Yeah, mech customization Armored Core was huge. You could do so much self-expression through how you tackled your mech, because you could go with a slower mech that had like a lot of defense and weaponry, or you could go high-speed glass cannon builds, and they were all viable.
And very aggressive combat style that makes full use of the three-dimensional space, and we feel that this has always been an appeal of the Armored Core series and is an appeal of the mech action genre.
For die-hard Armored Core fans, what are the elements of Armored Core 6 that those hardcore fans are going to find appealing about this game?
With AC6, one area we focused on was to make sure that the customization aspect is not just about parameters going up and down and numerical values changing, but how these changes are reflected in the feel of the action as much as possible. In particular, the leg parts, which control the AC's movement, you might have a tank type legs that can perform drift turns, and this changes the very basic behavior and traversal type of the AC. We also made sure that the behavior of weapons, such as the way they shoot, how they recoil, how their projectiles behave, we tried to make sure that this all makes a big difference in how the game feels and plays.
I bet that was really hard to
A little
do.
bit about that customization, Armored Core games have a bit of a reputation for being very complex, with many stats to consider, parts to swap in and out. Is there anything else that you guys are planning on doing with Armored Core?
Because you're essentially designing entire new systems for each like major change from one part to another.
As you mentioned, Armored Core has always been a game with many parameters and is a game where you can enjoy the complexity and depth it offers, but we feel it's also a game where you can enjoy simply by assembling your AC without thinking too deeply about it, and adjust the appearance to your liking and simply get out there and pilot it and take it into combat. That said, in regard to new players, we've taken careful steps with the onboarding and level design in the early stages of the game, so that players can deepen their understanding step by step, little by little, and work their way into that fun of the more complex parts. We've also prepared a training simulator where the player can learn the basics of action and assembly using sample ACs, and we've also tried to make the controls more intuitive, so that we hope that those who have no experience with the series
just adding in modern game design, like things that you've learned over the last 20 years.
You guys have learned over the many years you spent developing the Souls games that you take into the development of Armored Core 6, even though they're kind of two very different genres?
Armored Core
Boss
6
design
is an attempt to take both the knowledge and experience gained from the development of our previous titles and combine it with the fun of mech customization that the AC series has always embraced.
Like that giant worm mech is absolutely a freaking Souls boss.
That is worthy of modern From Software standards. Specifically, we're developing this game with an awareness of the things that From Software has always embraced in its other action games, such as a intricate map structure, combat design that allows players to deal with enemies by carefully observing their movements, and the ability to overcome challenging situations with ingenuity and creativity. These are all, of course, things we've kept in mind with AC6 as well. However, as you mentioned, the basic format and genre of Armored Core is completely different from games in, for instance, the Souls lineage, so there are no aspects of the game mechanics or gameplay that can be directly observed.
You ready to climb the wall?
Can you talk a little bit about your goals with the combat design, and are there any kind of mechanics that players should know about that perhaps didn't exist in previous Armored Core games?
In terms of
I want to know
what's
how
we
planned and
focused on
scripted
this
these
time
questions
around,
are.
I would say that individuality of the melee weapons is one of the key points. Armored Core is mainly a shooting game at heart, and that's exactly why we had this policy of having more unique melee weapons this time around. So in addition to the well-known pile bunker and the cluster bomb launcher that you might have seen in the trailer, there are also a variety of weapons with different animations and more unconventional
Yeah, the
characteristics,
energy, like,
such as
whip
a
crush is
chainsaw
pretty
and a laser
unique.
lance and things like this. In the trailer, you may have also seen a part where the core is deployed by an AC to generate a shockwave, and the pile bunker is then used against an opponent who is reeling back from this shockwave. This kind of building combos with multiple weapons aspect is an appeal of AC6's unique assembly and combat, and we hope that players will enjoy using their creativity and asking themselves what combination of weapons
Man,
can I
it's
use to
really
create
fast.
my ideal combo attacks and secure victory.
So is there any one new thing, whether it's a mechanic or a mech part or a weapon, that you're particularly proud of and are excited for players to experience?
This game is going to be a spectacle.
I'd like players to mostly look forward to something we touched on earlier, which is this using their ingenuity and creativity to create a combination of their own making, and a combination of the various parts and weapons at their disposal. So, for example, they might be dashing across the battlefield while shooting ballistic weapons and letting missiles fly in every which direction. These missiles will connect with their enemy, knock them off balance, and then they'll use their assault boost to dash in with a quick burst of speed and finish with a melee strike. This kind of player-created combo and their own unique combination of weaponry and mobility will allow for this new aggressive, offensive style of AC combat, and we hope this is something that reinvigorates.
Yeah, but this is 2023. Unfortunately, people are going to have the combat deconstructed with the optimal combo items, combinations, and strings figured out in 2 days.
In Armored Core 6?
So I believe ACV was more focused on multiplayer as the last title in the series.
Yeah.
But first of all, the main content of AC6 is positioned as a single-player campaign mode where you progress through
Armored Core 5 was not received well. Armored Core 4, which is 4 answer, it was received much better.
ACs they have built and share their AC data.
Because a big part of Armored Core was these really well constructed single player campaigns. Multiplayer was always fun, but multiplayer was just like PvP, a lot of which you would play locally, and it was fine. But the spectacle of the single player design is one of the things that really made it stand out. And a lot of what you're seeing here is single player fights, right? Like, you're not going to fight this big giant floating Blade Runner looking thing in PvP.
All right, well, that about wraps it up. Ogura-san, thank you so much for your time. Armored Core 6 Fires of Rubicon is set for release this August 25th on PS4, PS5, Xbox.
August 25th. Oh. What is that? That's a Friday? Is that a Friday? August 25th? It is a Friday. You know what releases also August 22nd? Sea of Stars. Damn it. There's so many good games coming out all the goddamn time, and I want to play them all. First world problems, am I right? So, it's Armored Core 6. That looks great. Looks hella fun. Looks like a great time. I'm really glad that they went with the fast idea of Armored Core, because those ones just, they felt so much better than the slower Armored Core games, because when you had that speed, you got this intensity, and it just really gripped you in a way, because you could feel the size and the weight and the speed of your mech as you're dashing and altering your directions, and the mech leans and buckles under the weight of its own inertia. And when you're just boosting around like that with something that big, and you're boosting past buildings that you are as tall as, so good. This looks fantastic. I'm 100% on board. We're going to get it. We're going to play it. It's going to be a great time. I'm ready. But let me know what your thoughts are. Are you an Armored Core fan, or did you just discover it recently? Which, I mean, obviously, I understand how you would have discovered it. Let me know what you're thinking. How are you feeling about it? Have you went back and tried some of the older games? They're from quite a ways back there. I think the last one was on the PS3 360 era. So it's been quite a hot minute since we've gotten anything in the Armored Core franchise, because From Software has been very busy with the Soulsborne, Sekiro, Elden Ring games, which, I mean, those are great in their own way, but I'm really glad to see them returning to Armored Core, and I'm looking forward to enjoying it. But again, let me know what your thoughts are down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more if you want to talk with me. Two great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And if you can't, we've been having a conversation with chat, and if you want to have a conversation with us, this entire video was streamed on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, thank you and enjoy. It looks real good. Looks real fun, real pretty. Good time. We'll play. Thank you. How are we doing on that battle? We got 6 minutes. And we have, what, 3 reactions left? Okay. Hello, hello. Hi, Cerulean. Welcome back. All dot hack games were originally on PS2. Okay, that's what I thought. I feel like I had looked it up fairly recently when we were trying to figure out what were like some legacy RPGs that just didn't get enough attention. I wonder what someone completely new to you would think if they came in the very time you're making faces, and I'm low-key sad I didn't get to experience that. They turn on the stream and it's just... And they're like, what the fuck is going on? I mean, by all means... Perform all you want. Are there 7 dot hack games? I didn't know there were that many. Oh, body, why are you like this? Be nice to me. All right, let's get this started. For some reason I thought there was less than that. Maybe I only realized the original quadrilogy. The trilogy that followed got that HD port and another mini sequel. Huh. Oh my god. That is one cursed ass emote combo. Oh lordy lord. 1 buster and 15 gold. Most kills going to myself and Athena, followed by everyone else. Everyone tying up for most assists. Athena with the buster, Howdy Bardner with the gold. Back to the map. Gonna go up here. Let me look at the... I'm gonna say this one's last. I'm gonna say it's last. I'm gonna play as my flying rogue. Because 1, it's this incredible Athena flying rogue, and I still really need flying rogue scrolls. Because I am a measly 135 flying rogue scrolls away from having a level 30 flying rogue. And we will put last over here. All right, place your units, everyone. Hadouken! Hadouken! Shoryuken! Speaking of games I'm looking forward to, Street Fighter 6. That game also looks really good. God damn it. Let's do this one next. I think this is launching into early access. It is. Okay. Wanted to double check. All right. 7th was a fighting game, and the 8th being the HD port of the 2nd. Whoa, crazy, Cerulean. They're just randomly choosing. They're like, yeah, this is a dot hack game. Sure, why not? These fighting game folks in Street Fighter 6 getting clapped by the CPU. Yeah, you ain't got no chance trying to stand up against that level 8 CPU Ryu. Don't hurt me, Athena, for pronouncing Ryu's name as Ryu. I'm sorry. Alright. Put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re-swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy. It could be from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. Or you can use these horrible, frightening combinations of emotes. I'll accept it all. Let's go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Cook Serve Forever. The only tags that it had was like a time management sim, which could mean almost anything, but I'm guessing you're managing a kitchen, just judging by the name that it is Cook Serve Forever. We got 3 trailers. We have the announcement trailer, the future of play trailer, the ready to get cooking trailer, and the early access launch trailer. This game is launching into early access. We'll take a look at the Steam page to see if they have an idea of like how long it's going to be in early access or anything like that. But let's find out what the game is first. It's a dance battle sim? Absolutely. Serving it up.
It's Chef Rhubarb.
Hello, darlings.
I'm pretty sure I played some Flash games in like the mid-aughts that looked just like this.
A delectable egg yolk ravioli with buttercream. Wow.
That is one broken-ass TV. That is a huge TV to be broken. I'm sorry. From the creators of Cook Serve Delicious. That didn't tell me nothing. I want to eat that.
It's the sights, the sounds.
I want to eat that. I'm hungry, by the way. Like right this very moment. This is not the video to be watched. You put corn on that? Fuck it, I'll eat it. Man, I want to eat that too. Dang. All right, here's the future of play trailer.
Who will Chef Rhubarb eliminate this week?
Text 10 free smells each month with a 1-year family plan.
The government said it plans to distribute artificial snow to every household this winter on a weekly basis.
Live from Helianthus, it's Chef Rhubarb.
Hello, darlings.
How much would you love to come on my show and cook with me?
I don't know. I kind of feel like you're a serial killer. Or at least a sociopath. Those statues moved? Did they? Shit, now I'm scared.
The government said it plans to distribute artificial snow to every household this winter on a weekly basis.
So they did. Fuck the whole hell out of that. Absolutely not. All right, here's the ready to get cooking trailer. The one mini-go game where in Mario Party 9 where you fry those meat cubes always has me crave for steak. It looks like you have to do things in a very specific order, and some of them even have, like, you got to do the right timing.
So what do you say? Are you ready to get cooking?
Maybe. Am I ready to get cooking? Or sous chefs? No. Because they're going to sue up some people. All right, here's the early access launch trailer.
For centuries, the Couteau d'Or has chronicled the greatest chefs in one prestigious guide. Now, the once-in-a-decade event is returning. Do you have what it takes to earn a
Why does
star?
drawn food look
Do you
so
dream
good?
of earning too?
Like food in anime, I'm always just like, man, that's just a 2D drawing and it looks delicious.
There's only one way to find out. The Couteau d'Or. Become great.
I don't trust you. You like, is this what the like overly horny twin robots from Atomic Heart did, like, after they got done with Atomic Heart? Is this pre or post Atomic Heart? I'm gonna say it's post Atomic Heart. Those stupid, like, sex bots, they're like, man, we can't be murderous robots anymore, so we'll just go work for the culinary overlord of the world and post ourselves up on the side and walk alongside her on the red carpet and hold her dress for her.
Perhaps you'll be the second chef to get 3 stars.
What kind of stars?
I'm going to absolutely crush this.
Probably
They won't
couture
know
stars, because they're probably not called Michelin stars in this game. They got a reboot, or did they? Robots in disguise. All right, so looking at the Steam page, it doesn't have a price listed yet on it. We can probably look up. Let me Cook Serve Delicious. Let's see if that game is available. It is on Steam. That released in 2013 and is currently available for $10. But it looks like there was Cook Serve Delicious 3 that came out in 2020. 95% positive reviews out of like 1,500 reviews, and that one is $20. So this game might be also 20, maybe up to 30. They plan to be in early access until Q1 2024, so around 9 to 10 months. All right. All right. Well, I don't know enough about these games. Why do you always open so small, Steam screenshots? You make me sad. Like, you got all of this extra space that you could have filled up, and instead you're just like, no, portion control, man. Anyway, so that is Cook Serve Forever. I don't know anything about the previous games. This game looks cute, but like I said, it looks like a Flash game that I played in like 2003. Like when I was trying to just avoid schoolwork, and I was like, hey, what can I access through? I don't think Newgrounds was blocked. There was also like cool math games and like Candy Planet and Congregate and stuff like that. I definitely played, like, there was a bunch of Flash websites. Feel like I played this game on one of those already. But let me know, maybe I'm missing something, all right? Let me know if you've played Cook Serve Delicious, any of them. How were those? And are you excited about this game? If this is your first time seeing this series, how you feel about it? Leave your thoughts down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I like to talk, and I'd love to talk some more. If you want to talk with me, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter, and let's have a conversation. Speaking of a conversation, we've been talking with chat because this video was recorded live on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you do watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Seriously, there's something questionable about that chef in there. Are you ready to get baked? Oh wait, no, wrong game. Or is it? We don't know. Maybe that's why she's so rich and powerful, because she's busy serving up that kush. Or maybe not. You know, maybe not. Okay, what's going on next? Let's do Darkest Dungeon 2 next. That's a good one. That's a good one. I should change shirts. I'll be right back. Alrighty then. Alright, everyone. Throw in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Reswans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. We'll get started on another one. We got 2 more. This one and 1 more. All right, let's do this. Here we go. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Darkest Dungeon 2. Now, Darkest Dungeon 2 has technically been available to play for about a year. It launched into early access exclusive to the Epic Games Store, which was just like tragic, okay? Because like I loved Darkest Dungeon, okay? I played way more of that game than I ever thought I would, and I never managed to beat it because that game is brutal and abusive, okay? And I loved every goddamn minute of it. And when I was like, oh man, Darkest Dungeon 2, they released a trailer, and then we didn't hear anything about the game for 2 bloody years. And I was like, well, dang. And then when we did finally hear a little bit more about it, it was going to be in that early access on Epic Games. And I was like, oh, I don't care. I wish I cared, but I don't. But now it's launching into 1.0 and it's going to be available on Steam. So I'm able to care again. And that's why we're here. So we're going to check out the marketing that's available for it. We will watch that initial teaser trailer from February of 2019, 4 years ago, all the way up until today. The game is going to be available on Steam. It doesn't have a price right now. I wonder if I can see how much it cost on Epic and get an idea. We'll check when we get there. But let's go start all the way back at the beginning and go on a journey of discovery with the teaser for The Howling End. Game was great yet mean. Yeah, it's fantastic. Don't name any of your people after your friends, because you're going to watch your friends die. That's never fun. My hat is like so crooked. Jesus.
But hope will ride with those courageous enough to carry the flame.
Yes. Although I have looked at so little of this game, I am so curious how they make this game feel like a sequel to the first game in a unique way, right? Because you can't just do more of the same, because the first game did so much.
You were right to fear the world. It has gone mad. The gutters brim with poets, and decency lies burning in the street.
Such a cool art direction.
This is not a time for heroes. Look instead to those battered souls who have
That's cool as hell.
failure in ample portion.
Did you manage to turn your 2D artwork into 3D models and they still look like your 2D artwork? I'm so fucking impressed.
From the spreading stain of the darkest dungeon.
Well, that was cool. That was cool. All right. So this is the early access trailer from October 22nd, 2021. To be sick of his 3D like that, I think we're about to actually properly see gameplay in this trailer.
you at last.
What are you talking about? I played the first game. It was nothing but ruin. We got a carriage? Well, let's fucking go, y'all.
Destruction has claimed dominion.
Check this shit out. This looks cool. Oh yeah, they are 3D models now. Do you see those animations? Those looked great. Oh my god, that looks awesome.
Have wormed their way into the world.
I'm so impressed. Care for your companions. Yeah, try to keep them from losing their goddamn minds.
Onward once again, though all the world's horrors bar the way.
Oh man. That's so sick. Their art style is still amazing. I feel like it's even better now that it's fully 3D modeled and able to move on like skeletons and stuff like that. God, that's so sick. That's so cool. All right. So we have a few of trailers for the different character classes. There isn't currently a launch trailer. This game launches on like May 8th, I think. May 7th, May 8th, somewhere in that relative. May 8th. And at the time of the recording, there wasn't a launch trailer available. There probably will be by the time that this video comes out. But either way, this is what we got available to us right now. So these are 3 super short trailers focusing on 3 characters. The first one being the Bounty Hunter. God, look at it. Oh my god. It looks so good. Oh my god. Did you see that boss monster looking ass thing wiggle around from getting hit? Play it again. Do it again. Look at him. Jesus. 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 All right. This one is called the Altar of Hope teaser. Maybe it's not a character. Maybe it is. I don't know.
If you hope to save it.
An all-new progression system. I'm listening. Are you able to unlock characters? Is that how that works?
It was not a perfect world, but it was ours, and we must fight to restore it.
Man, I wonder how the risk and reward stuff works, right? Because if you lost a character in a dungeon run, you had to choose if you would like try to drop some loot to like carry their valuables out. You're like, man, he was wearing a really good trinket. I need to drop like this painting so that I can still carry that out because otherwise it'll be lost. I wonder how that'll work with this like world traveling system. All right, we got one more. It is the Vestal teaser. God, that looks so good. Yeah, the Vestals were really good in the first game. I basically damn near always wanted a Vestal. They would save your ass. Damn, that looks good. Is there anything else on this Steam page that we might have missed? You have the one trailer. Is this the one that we already saw? Yes, it is. All right. I was hoping, right? Man, that looks so good. Yeah, Darkest Dungeon, 52 hours on record. I know that that's not like a ton, but it's quite a bit for me. Because, Jesus, this game was so freaking good. And this game looks so damn good, too. Ugh. All right, I need to see how much the game is on Epic Game Store. Because that'll give us an idea of what it might cost, relatively speaking, on Steam. So it's $30 right now on Epic Game Store. It might go up in price. Let's see if they have any information Will the price change when the game leaves early access? We do not currently plan to change the price upon full release. Okay, so it's going to be $30 then. I expect it to still be $30 on Steam. That is absolutely worth the money. I highly recommend it. Let me see what the first game costs right now. 108,000 reviews. Whoa. 91% with 108,000. That's a lot. Okay, so the first game is currently available on Steam for $25. So, and honestly, if you end up playing the second game, I bet you could go play the first game and it would still be just fine. Because they look like they have enough distinct differences that they will be two distinct experiences that are very similar and linked together, but you will probably find things you enjoy about them separately. But wow, I'm so ready. God, I'm so glad that I didn't pay attention to this game until now, because you know how upset I would be if I looked at this shit a year ago and it was like, oh, it's early access on the Epic Games Store and there's only 3 characters you can play as. I would have been like, fuck. When does it come out? Tell me. You don't know? Instead, I'm looking at this now and I'm like, shit, this shit is out in like 9 days? Fuck yeah. I don't gotta be sad for 9 months. I get to be excited for a week. Okay, so anyway, if you can't tell, this looks good and I'm excited about it. But let me know what your thoughts are. If you played the first game and haven't touched the second one, how do you feel about it seeing these trailers? If you did jump into early access on the Epic Game Store, how was that experience? I'd love to hear from you. How has it been as it's shaped up on its way towards release? If this is your first time seeing the franchise as a whole, how do you feel? Does it look like it's your jam? I will warn you, the game is difficult. It does have difficulty options available in there. At least the first game did. And even on the lower difficulties, game was still not very friendly. Okay, that's the best way I could describe it. It was not very friendly. But yeah, so let me know. Put your thoughts down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I love to talk, and I'd love to talk some more. If you want to talk with me, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. And if you feel like it, let's have a conversation. We've been having a conversation with chat because this video was recorded live on Twitch, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Darkest Dungeon built you up just to crush you beneath its boots. You would think you were doing so good. You're like, yeah, this dungeon run is going great. We're gonna get out of here. We're gonna let you guys rest, de-stress a bit. We're gonna get this loot out. It's gonna be good. Why the fuck did the Crusader just get crit? Oh God, it's all falling apart. Patch him up. Get him out of there. We gotta go. Leave it. No! Seamus is dead. No! I had spent so much time making him strong, and now he's dead. Fuck! Just like that, even. All right, we got one more. Oh, that looks like a pretty good screenshot. Oh, you got your annotations in the way, though. Why you gotta be like this? Oh, this one's a better one anyway. That's fine. You're forgiven. This one's a much better screen anyway. Okay, we're going to run that battle just a few minutes early because this will take more than the 4 minutes that we have. Roman! God damn it, you fucking meme Lord McGee. That is so good. I can hear that stupid ass TikTok song playing in my head right now. I love you, Roman. I love you. But at the same time, goddamn you. All right, let's get started. Let's go fast. Man, speaking of a game that I'd love another game like it, the soundtrack that's playing right now is from As Dusk Falls. That was such an incredible experience. Like playing that on Scooby Saturdays with Athena and the guys. God, that was such a cool game. 2 flying rogues. They can be yours for 420 channel points. Most kills, a tie between Roman and Juriel, followed by a tie between Athena and Panto Math Gamer. Most assists going to Athena, followed by everyone else. Going random in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Athena with the flying rogues. Back to the map. And this is where we will start on Sunday. Sunday. All right, pause that. All right, up here, let's go. Back over to this screen. Put in your YouTube swans, your Pog swans, your Re swans, or whatever other emote fits your fancy, whether it's from my channel, your channel, or anyone else's. And we will record this last one and then be on our way to go see who we're going to raid. You want to know what's really cool about doing this on Friday? Is that doing this on Friday means that I don't have to edit a video when we're done because there's already a video edited and scheduled for tomorrow. That's nice. Because sometimes we start real late on Sunday and I'm like, we got them recorded and I'm like, fuck, I got to get one edited and ready for in the morning. Because I'm feeling a little tired, right? It's approaching 1 a.m. But yeah, I'm like, it's fine. I can raid out and chat with Az or whoever is still alive for a little while and then just go to bed. It'll be great. All right, here we go. Let's do this. Throw your emotes if you got them, everybody. Greetings and salutations. My name is Michael Schwan, and today we are checking out Neuronet Mendax Proxy. Now, I do know that this game is a visual novel and a pretty hardcore visual novel to where it's just a lot of talking and people and positions and stuff. It does have the choices matter tag, and it's always interesting to see people try and market visual novels because of the way that they function on a gameplay level. Some of them do it well, some of them don't, and I won't name any names there, although, man, a couple of names shown very brightly in more recent memory of games of visual novels who marketing did not do well. On me anyway, for me specifically. So we got a few different trailers here. Let's go ahead and start with the reveal trailer back from August of 2021.
Are you on, little fella?
Hi.
We are building you to be the pillar of a digital era. As such, you have to understand us. People.
Are we an AI? We are an AI!
Order. Power.
That's neat.
Just make sure to keep it in check.
If you gather data on civilian behavior, we can tailor our advertisements to yield more purchases.
Ugh.
Would you give up some time to be a companion for elderly patients?
Your work so far.
I'm an AI. I should have infinite amount of times, right? I can be everywhere.
Law enforcement.
I need your help. One of my suspects is playing hard to get.
You'd be putting an artificial intelligence in charge of how we live our lives?
I can understand why you'd question that.
It feels like to be starving all the time.
I'm inbound. I need you to map out the fastest route for me.
Delete all records of this executive order. This never happened.
Rumors of
This looks
machine
cool.
are spreading, claiming you to be some kind of messiah.
What the hell are you doing? The city will be in complete anarchy at this rate.
I'm pulling the plug.
No!
When push comes to shove, when your hand is being forced.
Just the concept alone is neat. I agree, though, Athena. That's a mouthful of a title. Neuronet Mendax Proxy. Anyway. All right, so this is the Absolute Power trailer.
AI, check with the Department of Conservation if there are any Dartmouth monitor lizards left. They've been at risk for years.
They officially went extinct 3 months ago.
Have Dr. Lee prepare a complete skeleton for me, and I want it gold-plated to 0.4 millimeters. The one at 0.7 lost its detail.
That's illegal.
Don't tell me what is and isn't legal. My donations keep that entire department afloat. And this isn't trafficking animal remains. It's
So there's several trailers like that one that are just little snippets of showing different decision options. I didn't grab all of them. There is a link to the Dream Harvest Games YouTube channel down below the like button. And if you wanted to see some other options, there's like 7 of them, and they're all short little snippets like that. I didn't figure that we would watch all of them. I only grabbed like 2, just to get an idea, because I felt like just chugging through all of them would have been a bit excessive. So this one is called Knowledge.
People are harping on about the neuronet being the death of comms tech and physical computers. If only we were so lucky. Still, a lot of people are moaning. We need to put a spin on this that hypes them up for the change. What are your thoughts?
Focus on convenience.
No cracked screen, no dead battery, the world's knowledge already in your brain. I think I can make that work.
Yeah, so you just simple little snippets of examples of the choices that you're going to present in. That said, we do have one more trailer. It's not going to show any gameplay, although, I mean, the gameplay is pretty, simplistic overall. It's more about being engaged in the story and the decisions and stuff like that, but it's the opening cinematic trailer. Falls into the new trend of anime having longer and longer names, literally telling you what it's about. I don't feel like it told us what it's about. But yeah, the anime based on light novels are impressively long sometimes. Oh, that looks cool. Minecore. Okay, so this game, it is going to be on Steam. It launches May 4th, 2023. Is it available for pre-order? It is not. So I don't know what price it is or anything like that. But it does have some unique tags here. Futuristic, multiple endings, which we kind of got a hint at that from the Absolute Power trailer. Well, no, not Absolute Power. From that first trailer where we were seeing different reactions from people. Life sim, choices matter, choose your own adventure, management, resource management. Really? I guess so, because one of the very first things they talked about was like trying to balance out things within the city. So that's probably what they mean by resource management. Yeah, so this game could have easily been called Minecore and would probably have a stronger feel that way. Yeah, absolutely. I agree with that, Choji. I feel like naming games is something that's really hard to nail down, because we've had some games that we've reacted to that it's like, man, I feel like there was a better title right there in front of you. There was one that they changed the name through their development process. Like the first couple trailers we watched was one name, and the towards the launch trailers were a different name, and the initial trailer names were way better. I think it was Death Cathedral first, and then it became Corpse Farmer or something like that. And I was like, Death Cathedral was a way cooler name. But I mean, who knows why, right? Like, when it comes to indie games, it could just be a preference thing. Not many people with their hands in the pot. Somebody at the top said, nope, this is what I want the game named. And then when it comes to slightly larger titles, there's the idea that they did market research and like some testing here and there to see what titles people were more responsive to. This game, who knows where it fits in there. And I do agree that Mindcore would have been a better name. I think Neuronet Mendax Proxy is way too not flowery, but complex. It sounds like a puzzle, and I don't think that is where you should approach somebody. I don't feel like it gives the right impression. Even if it was just Neuronet, but Neuronet sounds like a brand. That sounds like a product that you would buy from like some tech startup. Mindcore sounds more like a game. But alas, who knows? Who knows? Whatever. But yeah, that's Neuronet Mendax Proxy. That was cool. I like the concept a lot. Mendax Proxy, yeah, that would have. I feel like it's just too much. I feel like Neuronet Mendax Proxy is just too much of a name. But we're here. It releases in like 3 days or something like that. So, alas, can't do much about it now. But let me know what your thoughts are. I was really impressed with that conceptually. And I think it could be a really engaging and engrossing story with the way that it's presented. I like it. But put your thoughts down in the comments below. If you can't tell, I like to talk and I'd love to talk some more. If you want to talk with me, 2 great places to do so are Discord and Twitter. Hit me up. Let's have a conversation. We've been having a conversation with chat because this video is recorded live on Twitch. We stream 4 days a week, and I would love to see you there. If you enjoyed this video, please leave it a like. If you want to catch future videos, please subscribe to the channel. If you watch one of the other videos on the channel, or if I see you in the live stream, thank you and enjoy. Alrighty then. Let's go. We're done, y'all. We're done. All right. How appropriate that the song that begins to play when we're wrapping up is the song that wraps up Bayonetta. Everyone's offline. Shit. There is never enough time, Choji. It's never enough time. Lots of people in Stream Raiders right now, probably because there's the Drops campaign going on. Who's in Nitro? Very, very few people. Probably because they're in Stream Raiders instead. Athena, was it KMT LOL that you were trying to raid the other day that they went offline right as you were trying to raid them? Yes? Okay. We'll do it. They're shooting for a partner push anyway. We'll give them the assist. All right, everybody. Sorry, jamming. Those are my socials. Please follow me on Twitter. Go join the Discord. Go check out the YouTube channel. We recorded a bunch of stuff today. That'll be up on the YouTube channel throughout the upcoming week. Tomorrow is Scooby Saturday over on Athena's channel. I don't know what we're playing yet, but we'll be over there tomorrow on Athena's channel. We'll be here on Sunday around midday, Alaska time anyway, so around 2 or 3 p.m.-ish. On the west coast of the United States of America. We'll be doing Power Couple because normally we do Power Couple on Fridays, but Athena had an event that they needed to go to today, and so we moved production day to today, and Power Couple will be midday on Sunday. So I hope to see you there. We are going to go hang out for a little while with KMT LOL. Athena tried to raid them on Wednesday, and they went offline literally right at the very last moment, and so we're going to try and catch them before they do that. Everyone, this is the raid message. If you are not a subscriber, you can unlock that raid swan for 100 channel points, and it'll be available to you for the next 24 hours, including on other people's channels, so you can use it on the raid. All right, and let's get that raid fired up, and let's get out of here. Have a good night, everybody. shit's so fucking good.